Okay, guys, so in this video, as you can see, I've gone back to color this. But in this video, we're going to fill in the first set of notes, okay? So you're going to lift up the tab that has the mole on it. So it's going to be the very top and then the first new color, okay? So you're going to want to flatten this as best as you can, okay? You're also going to want to have your periodic table ready to go and your calculator, all right? So take a minute, pause this video, and go ahead and get situated, and then we can get started, all right? So I'm going to move this. I don't bump into it when I'm writing. So we're going to start at the very top. We're going to start on the pink part of mine, so the very top part of the moldable, okay? And we're going to start by defining molar mass, okay? So molar mass. That says molar mass. I don't know why it's not super clear. So molar mass is the mass of 1 mole of a given element or compound. Okay, so that is the definition of molar mass. It's the mass of 1 mole of a given element or compound. The next word or term we're going to define is atomic mass. So atomic mass. Right underneath. And this is the average mass of the atoms of an element found on the periodic table. Okay, so atomic mass is the average mass of the atoms of an element found on the periodic table. So those are the two terms we're going to define, and now I'm going to walk you through the steps of calculating molar mass. So we're going to start on the pink so we have enough space. So step 1 will be up here. Step 1, count the number of each atom present. So count the numbers of each atom present. And my example is nitrate. So we have NO3. So we're going to count how many nitrogen atoms we have, and since there's no subscript there, we know that we have 1 nitrogen atom. We're going to do the same thing for the oxygen atoms, and since there is a subscript here, we know we have 3 oxygen atoms. Okay? little better. All right. So step 2, we're going to bring it down to the green. All right, so that's the first step, count your atoms. Step 2. Find the atomic mass of each element. Find the atomic mass. And again, this is what you find on your periodic table. So we have nitrogen, which is N. And we have oxygen, which is O. So this is where I'm going to look at my periodic table. I'm going to find nitrogen. Do you see this number at the very bottom? This is your atomic mass, okay? We know this because our key tells us, hey, this bottom number is atomic mass. So going back to nitrogen, the atomic mass of nitrogen is 14.01, okay? So I'm going to write 14.01, and the unit for this is always grams per mole, and we write that as G/mol, grams per mole, okay? I'm going to do the same thing for oxygen. So oxygen is right here, and that has 16.00 grams per mole. Yes, you need to include the 0.00. If you didn't, it wouldn't be there. Okay, so steps 1 and 2, pretty easy. Step 3 is where some math is going to come in. So step 3. You're going to multiply the number of atoms by the atomic mass for each element. Okay, so sorry, I'm just readjusting. So this is how I set this up. I'm going to have my nitrogen and my oxygen. Okay, I'm going to separate these two so I know and I keep it very organized. Okay, so how I do my math is how I want you guys to do your math so I can follow it. Okay, Miss Stone does not chase math. So we have one nitrogen atom, and we're going to multiply it by the atomic mass, which is 14.01. So 14.01 grams per mole. And that equals, we don't know that yet. I'm going to do the same thing for my oxygen. I have 3 oxygen atoms, and I'm going to multiply those by 16.00 grams per mole. Okay, this is where my calculator comes in. So we have 1 times 14.01. I don't need a calculator for that. That's just 14.01 grams per mole. And then I don't need a calculator for this other one, but I'll do it anyways. So 3 times 16.00 is 48. Okay, so 3 times 16.00 grams per mole is 48.00 grams per mole. Okay, so now that I've done that, moving on to step 4. Step 4 is where some addition is used. Okay, so step 4 is to add the masses from step 3 together. Okay, so we have, I'll write this out here, 14.01 0.01 grams per mole plus 48.00 grams per mole. I'm writing it like this because I don't have enough room. And when you add those together, you get 62.01 grams per mole as your final answer. And when we get our final answer, when we're doing math problems, we always put a box around it or circle it. Okay? That way Miss Stone knows, hey, this is my answer. Okay? So that is how you determine molar mass. And I'm going to add one more thing in this blank area here. Okay, so just so you know, and just so you have it in your notes, we're going to make a little key. Okay, so we're going to make a box. And we're going to pretend this is a box from the periodic table. Okay, so I'm choosing lithium as my example. So lithium, it has its name, lithium. It has its symbol, Li. And then it has its atomic mass, which is 6.94 grams per mole. And that's at the bottom. And we just need to remember that, hey, this number is the atomic mass. So if I were you, I would make this little key for yourself so you remember. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to make you. So this is the first set of notes for our Moledable. We have how to calculate molar mass. So you can go ahead and close this. And when you need to, hey, I need to calculate molar mass, open it up, and all the steps are right here for you.